Yo, what's up everybody? It's Dyzee over here and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, I make vlogs about the b-boy culture. If you don't know what a b-boy is, it's a breaker, aka break dancer, and if you don't know the difference between those, then perhaps this channel is just for you. Today I'm going to be talking about what it takes to be a pro b-boy, and on top of that, I'll also be, simultaneously talking about how to be a game changer in the b-boy culture. So the reason why I wanted to do this presentation is because I often get messages in my inbox that look something like this. So for example, hello sir, Dyzee, I am feeling so down now. I wanted to become a pro b-boy, but I'm not confident enough. If you don't mind to value and measure me for my Instagram posts, do you think I have a chance to become a pro one? I apologize, but I'm not able to do that for you because I actually have Patreons who every month I watch their videos and I give them feedback and I help coach them to achieve their goals and dreams. So I unfortunately can't do that for other people outside of my Patreons because it won't be fair. But anyway, I digress. Let me continue. I feel down now, like I want to quit b-boying. I feel like it's too late to become a pro b-boy. A lot of pro b-boys become pro before they turn 20 years old. I'm 25 this year. Feel so bad and damn stuck. I feel so sad I'm not pro with my age. What should I do? I still love b-boying, but I'm feeling down. And I totally understand where this guy is coming from. I'm sorry to hear that you are going through this. And I often get messages like this from other people. Also from other people who are saying to me things like, I am a full-time b-boy. I'm doing it, but I'm not making enough living. I feel like I have to quit. And that totally breaks my heart. And on top of that, I also have other people who were full-time pro b-boys, killed it in the game, murdered the dance floors in their scene. But they had to quit because they had to find a job. And a lot of times they tell me, I kind of want to be back into the scene, but I don't know where I fit in anymore. So if you are any of these three, people who used to break but quit, or someone who thinks they're going to quit because they're not making enough money, or if you're someone who just wants to be a pro b-boy, this vlog is made just for you. So the first question we have to ask is, what is a pro b-boy? Okay, so we all know what a b-boy is, right? A breaker or a break dancer, But a pro, we're talking about a professional. So what is a professional? It here is on the English dictionary. It's an adjective saying relating to or belonging to a profession. Breaking can be a profession. Or it's someone who's engaged in a specified activity as one's main paid occupation rather than a pastime. Okay, so you can be a pro b-boy the moment you start making a living from it, whether you're doing showcases or if you are teaching classes. That technically is a pro b-boy, right? But if you're talking about being a pro battler where you're paid to battle, that's the hard one, because if you're doing it by entering competitions and and you have to win in order to win that prize money, that's really a risky game. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now another question is, what is a game changer? Okay, obviously that's someone who changes the game. I want to use a new term. Let's call it a groundbreaker. Okay, someone who breaks ground. I find it more fitting. That's why I wanted to use that term. And basically a groundbreaker is someone who changes the way things are done, especially by making new discoveries. So with that said, here are the 4 important requirements for somebody to be a professional b-boy or a game changer. Okay, so the first thing is, let's just say it's the first sphere of your life. Okay, something that we all have equally. We're all given 24 hours a day, and that sphere of your life is time. Okay, that's represented by the green circle. So everything that you do in your life, it takes time. Especially leading to the next sphere is basically represented by a yellow circle, is basically your skills. Okay, that can be your talent, something you're talented at, but through time, it takes time to develop your skills. Okay, so time will eventually turn into skills. Okay, if you're going to school, you're working for somebody, you're picking up skills along the way. Now the third sphere into your life is represented by a red circle, and that is something that you love. Okay, and that, let's just call that your passion. Okay, things that you really love to do, that's really in your heart, that you care about most. And so today we're going to be talking about breaking, or the b-boy culture, or the breaking culture. Okay, so you have time, your passion, and your skills. If you have time and you have passion, but you don't have skills, okay, you just didn't put enough time into developing your skills, you don't have talent, so you should be working extra hard if you don't have natural talent, then time and your passion, what does that make you? It makes you pretty much a supporter or a fan. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, to be a fan of the culture, watching all the videos and just loving it, but that's what would turn somebody into a fan. You have the passion, you have the time, boom. Now, if you don't have the time because now you're older, you might have some responsibilities, so you have the passion, you had the skills, right? But you just don't have the time because you got to work, you have a job, you have other things out there, right? Then what is that? That's considered a hobby, okay? So you're doing it kind of like on the side, part-time. It's a hobby to you. Now, if you have the time to put into this, and it's your passion, and you have the skills, what are you now? You're an artist, okay? Have you ever heard the saying, a starving artist? That's kind of pretty much what you may be, right? You're working hard, you're doing what you love, but it doesn't pay the bills, okay? So with these three over here, and these three circles pretty much encapsulate the culture or the mind of the b-boy, okay? But the thing that exists outside of these three things that you can't escape from your life is what we call the business side of things, okay? We can't escape from business, okay? Because business, basically the blue circle, represents what pays the bills. For example, right? If it's not anything to do with your passion, you're trading your time for some type of business, something that pays the bills, but it's not your passion and something you're not good at. What is that? That's basically a job. Okay? You're getting a job to supplement so that you can your skills and your passion. So a lot of people, they put their time into their job, and then the other half of their time they utilize it on their passion and their skills. Now, if you have some skills, not necessarily just breaking, but something you're good at, okay? It could be like, something you put your time into, like your education. So you have this skill in education, and you have the business knowledge, okay? The financial knowledge or business knowledge. You have your skills and you have the business knowledge. It's outside of your passion, and you don't have the time. What is that? That's basically an opportunity. Now, if you add time to that equation for the skills, the business, and the time, what does that equals? Time with the skills and some business, that's how you make money, okay? But that's outside of your passion. So if it's something you're doing that's making money that's outside of your passion, what happens? You're not happy. Okay, you're feeling unfulfilled, right? Like you're doing something that maybe it's not part of your purpose. And it's okay if you're doing that, and maybe that's the reason why some people are making money and on the side they're enjoying their passion. Now what happens when you have your passion and you have time, okay, for your passion, but it's not something that you were good at. So maybe you weren't the best breaker in the world, but you have the passion, you have the time, and you have the business knowledge. Okay, you have the understanding of the knowledge and the business, the industry, and everything. What can that make you? This doesn't mean that you never had the skills. Perhaps you did have the skills. Where can you fit in? You can still fit in as an entrepreneur. Okay? And that's what our culture needs. More entrepreneurs, b-boy entrepreneurs, breaking entrepreneurs in the scene. And you can still be part of the culture. Now, what if you don't have the time, okay, but you still have the passion for the culture? You still have the skills, whether the skills are in breaking or whether the skills are in business, because you were amazing at business and you have the business knowledge, the skills, and the passion, but you don't have the time to actually start a business. Then what are you? What can you be? You can be an investor, okay, where you can either invest in the entrepreneurs or you can invest with knowledge or mentorships. And we need investors on one side and we need entrepreneurs on the other side. So, with that said, the people who want to be pro b-boys, okay, if you have the time and you have the skills and you have the passion, and if you would just learn the business side of things, okay, and the business side of it is important to start learning too, that is where in the middle the pro b-boys live, okay? And at the same time, if you're not going to be a pro b-boy, meaning doing it professionally as a b-boy, but you were a pro b-boy maybe, and but you're no longer doing it with your dancing, but You're using your business skills, your skills in business, your time, and your passion. You can still become what we call like a groundbreaker. And that is what we really need in the scene. So, thank you very much everybody for watching this. If you have any questions and if you have some ideas of what you guys want me to talk about in the future regarding any of this, please do leave in the comments or send me an email or join my mailing list. Anyways guys, thank you so much for your time and for watching, and peace out and God bless. Peace!